Whose company techniques. Whose company techniques. Whose company techniques. Write on first one. The rhyming couplet. Rhyming, R-H-Y-M-I-N-G. The rhyming couplet. Write down. The poem is written. The poem is written in rhyming couplet to bring some musical effect and for easy reading. Easy reading. Second one, personification. Personification. Write down. The non-human ghost is personified as a friendly human. As a friendly human. As a friendly human. Next technique. Third person point of view. Right? Write down. As the poem is a narrative, Narrative, as the poem is a narrative about a man's encounter with a ghost, a man's encounter with a ghost, the third person point of view is used. Is used. Is used. Next technique. Next technique. Imagery. Imagery. Write down. The poet uses some images some images associated with the concept of ghosts. Associated with the concept of ghost. Concept of ghost. Dusk and hunchback moon. Dusk and hunchback moon are two visual images related to ghosts' appearance. Full stop. The screech owl's calling. Screech owl's calling is an auditory image. AUDITORY auditory image related to ghosts. These images generally create fear. These images generally create fear in the heart of the people who believe in ghosts. Go on writing. The image of rattling chains. The image of rattling chains is directly associated with ghosts. is directly associated with ghosts. Right? Next technique. Irony. IRONY. Irony is a technique commonly used in stories, and rarely used in poetry. R-A-R-E-L-Y. And rarely used in poetry. Full stop. As the poem Two's Company, is a narrative story. Is a narrative. There is an ironic situation at the end. There is an ironic situation at the end. Full stop. That is the man who tries to avoid the ghost, truly meets the ghost in the cupboard. Truly meets the ghost in a cupboard. Irony. Next technique, sound devices. Sound devices. The poem is rich in the use of sound devices. The poem is rich in the use of sound devices, making it pleasant and musical. Making it pleasant and musical to the ear. Making it pleasant and musical to the ear. First one, rhyming. Rhyming. The poem is mainly written. The poem is mainly written in rhyming couplets. Write down, quote one example, these two lines. They said the house was haunted, but he laughed at them and said, tut tut. That is one example for rhyming couplet. For writing, internal rhyming is also used. Internal rhyming is also used is also used. Now quote the first line. They said the house was haunted. Got it? Now let's see examples for internally rhymed sounds. Said, underline the, haunted, the, house was. There are so many examples like that. There are so many examples like that. If you go through the poem, right? Now here, but what is that? Outside it seemed. Now here, outside, id sound rhymes with seemed id sound. Id, id. There is the sound id, internal rhyming. You can find out many others. Second sound device, alliteration. 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 Caught the line as ghosts that groan and chains that rattle. Caught that line. What are the alliterated sounds? G, underline G. Alliteration means repetition of the same consonantal sound. Groan, G. Alliteration. Right? Someone screamed. Someone screamed. Another example, underline S. Someone screamed. Alliteration. You can find many more. If you go through the poem in between lines, alliteration. Okay. Then assonance. Next sound device, assonance. 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 Assonance means vowel rhyming. Vowel rhyming within a line. Vowel rhyming within a line. Vowel sounds. Right? Vowel sounds. Now, what are the similar vowel sounds? Now, in the first line, house was haunted. Read it loudly. Then you will hear some similar vowel sound. What is the similar vowel sound? House was haunted. Yes. Can anyone send me the answer? Similar vowel sound. Now here O was O and haunted O. Haunted. Was haunted. Right? Some example for assonance. And here, please leave me. Please leave me. Please eat. Leave eat. ඒක තමයි හොඳට මැච් වෙන්නේ. Me me අර E මේක ටිකක් මැච් වෙන අඩුයි මොකද සවුන්ඩ් එක not lengthy. Now this one, this is long E, this is short E, me. Therefore, please leave. Me here. ඒ දෙක මැච් වෙනවා. Me here. Me here. Short E. ඒ දෙක කෙටි. Right. Assonance. Then other technique. The other technique. Other technique. Onomatopoeia. How do you write onomatopoeia? Right? Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. O-N-O. Write down the spelling. O-N-O M-A-T-O P-O-E-I-A. P-O-E-I-A. Write down. Right. Onomatopoeia is imitation of sounds. Imitation of sound of a sound, imitation of a sound with the sound of the word. With the sound of the word. Example, caught this line. Caught this line. As if chains rattled. As if chains rattled. Rattle. Write down. Rattle, R-A-T-T-L-E. Rattle is the sound of clattering iron chains. The chains that rattle. It's also onomatopoeic example. Clattering of iron chains. Iron chains. Iron chains. Onomatopoeic words. Imitating sounds. Right? I think that is enough for the poetic devices for this, used in this poem. In our next session, we'll discuss some contextual questions, context questions, probable context questions that may come out of this poem.